My ex and his mom showed up at my door to fix us. I laughed, said no, and told them to leave. I'm 23 years ago, and I can't stand my boyfriend's family. From day one, they were smug and rude, picking at my body, my hair, and the way I eat. I'm 188 centimeters and 80 kilograms. I lift, I run, and I work in a surgical hospital. His mom leads the comments, and everyone else nods. They also mock my job. I'm on the medical track in Sweden, doing long shifts, and they call me a wannabe who should quit. After that first dinner, every birthday and holiday felt like a test. I'd brace at the door and tell myself to smile. My boyfriend told them to stop more than once. They rolled their eyes and said I'm too sensitive. At the last family dinner, his mother told him to dump me and find a better man while I sat there. He stared at his plate. I felt heat in my ears and said nothing. A week later, his mom got in an accident and came to the hospital where I work. He called, asking me to help her and make sure she got the best care. I checked with my team. They said I couldn't be on her case and shouldn't be near her for ethics. I told him I'd follow the rules and keep my distance. His family kept pushing me to visit her during my break. I said no. I didn't want to sit at her bed while she sized me up and smiled. They started calling me a bad doctor for refusing to help. She wasn't my patient. I wasn't allowed to treat her. My phone buzzed and I put it face down in my locker. I sat in the staff room on my break, ate a plain yogurt, and listened to the vending machine hum. I scrolled past his name and focused on my next case. Later, a nurse pulled me aside and said his mom was doing fine and talking non-stop trash about me. She said my boyfriend could do better than a fake doctor and laughed that I'm too masculine. Hearing that flipped a switch. I walked to her room, knocked once, and stepped in. The curtain was half closed and the TV was on low. I asked her what her problem is. She said it again, that I act too much like a man and her son needs someone softer. I said I won't change the way I walk, talk, or work to fit her picture. She rolled her eyes at my badge and told me to grow up. I left before I said more. I told my boyfriend what she said. He said it was wrong, then added I could try being less mask. My chest went cold. I told him if he wants me, he needs to set a boundary with her. He could go low contact, and I'm going no contact. He said that wasn't fair. I said it was the only way I could stay sane. We argued in circles. I told him I won't be told to act smaller in my own life. We broke up on his sidewalk. He stood there, and I walked home and slept. He texted after that. I didn't answer. I poured myself into work and friends and left it alone. Months later, he waited after my shift and told me he missed me. He said his mom now thought having a doctor in the family would be useful, and she realized breaking us up was a mistake. I stared at him. I asked if he was really cutting her off. He dodged, changed the subject, and then said he couldn't go no contact because she's his mother. He also said it undermined him when I acted like the man between us. I told him that's not how two men date. He said it wouldn't happen again. I didn't believe him. My scrubs smelled like sanitizer and my feet ached. I just wanted a shower and quiet. A few weeks after that, the doorbell rang. His mother stood on my step and said I needed to take him back because he blames her and barely speaks to her now. She said I should fix it. I laughed because it was wild to hear. I closed the door. She followed me down the street. She walked beside me toward work, saying I would be smart to say yes. I told her to stop. She kept going. I warned her I'd go to the police if she kept harassing me. She stopped at the corner, folded her arms, and glared. For the first time, she didn't have a speech ready. I kept walking. Then they came together. One afternoon, my ex and his mom showed up outside my building. He said she told him I wanted him back. She stood behind him, arms crossed. I told them both that was a lie. He turned on her and asked why she said it. She snapped and called me names. I told them I don't care about roles, and I won't shrink to make anyone feel bigger. She muttered more homophobic stuff and took a step toward me like she might shove me. He grabbed her arm. My hands shook, but my voice didn't. I told them both to listen because I was saying it once. I said I won't date a man who needs his mother to approve my haircut or my tone. I said I won't accept her speaking to me at home, at my door, or at my job. If either of them comes near me again or tries to pull me into another scene, I will file a report and let the system handle it. They stared at me like I'd slammed a door. He lowered his head. She made a noise in her throat and tugged her arm free. They turned and walked to the car without another word. I locked my phone, set it on the counter, and stood still until the room got quiet. Now he's saying I'm breaking a family by going no contact. Was I wrong for it?